Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I'm your melanated queen and your hostess, Lil Foxy, aka Seven Wonder, y'all. Forgive me for starting late. I had some technical issues going on, and unfortunately, my freaking camera cable wants to act up. So I'm going to have to order some more of those cables so that I can freaking connect my camera as my cam. What do you call it? As the what is this thing called? As the Wi-Fi camera. I can't think of the name of it. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm distracted for a second, y'all. But that's neither here nor there. Nonetheless, we're gonna get on with the show, y'all. I'm gonna put some music on while I get things situated. All right. So I look forward to everybody that's coming into the building today, and we'll get started. So y'all know how we do. What's good, Bella Noir? How you doing? Solar God, what's up? Thank y'all for pulling up into the building. I was just about to send out the the invite link so you'll know I was live. What's good, Solar God? All right. So I'm glad everybody knows what's going on. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have had a great, successful week at the start of your week today. What have y'all been doing? I know I haven't done much today, y'all, but I have been preparing for this live stream. I was supposed to do it this weekend. All right, let's go ahead and turn the music off. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. Y'all, and then again, I want to also let you know, look at what's going on with me today. I got blue, but it's not matching my background. Yeah, I should have done a whole overlay, a whole background to match my outfit today, but I didn't do that. But that's okay. Without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and join hands and bow our heads anyway. You know how we got to do. We got to get into this thing and give thanks because you all, I want to give a special shout out to my neighbor. He lost his sister, I want to say about a week or two ago, and they actually had the funeral yesterday. There's so much going on trying to get these real estate flips under contract. I hear you've been doing that for a while. That's what's up. I'm excited on the possible deal in Georgia. Well, one day we can have a real estate live stream if you like to come on and talk real estate with the people, let them know about real estate investments if you're open to that. Yes, thank you, Solar God. Yeah, I got him a card yesterday, and then the 17-year-old that got shot when he got off the bus stop, his funeral was Saturday. So there's just been so much going on. That's why I want to join hands and give thanks, y'all, that we made it to see another day because some people didn't make it. I also want to give thanks for the universe, the creative ancestors, the creators, the spiritual warriors, angelic warriors, everybody that we have that's surrounding us and giving us protection because so much is definitely going on out here. Bella Noir, just studying for finals. What are you studying for, Bella? That is a fancy name too. I don't know how you came up with that. Bella Noir. It's so savvy, y'all. I love it. Sophistication, y'all. I wonder what you're studying for because study can be a hassle. When I had to study for my freaking real estate license, y'all should have seen the agony that I had to go through. It was not easy, and I did it. So I was so grateful that I finally did it. All right. So yeah, let's give thanks, and we're gonna also Miss Bella. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pray for you if that's okay. All right. And I don't know if you've joined the channel before, but make sure you like the video, subscribe if you like the content. I appreciate you kindly. And share the video. Like, share, and subscribe. So, yeah, so what we're gonna do is a cool name. That's right. Sola gotta like your name too. You're so creative. We're gonna pray for Miss Bella that Bella passes her nursing exam. Solar God said, Bella, you got this. Okay. So y'all, dearly beloved, we're gathered here today in this thing called life to watch over Miss Bella. And we want to ask that you send your creative warriors, your angelic warriors around her. Help her to pass this nursing exam because she's worked so hard for it. This is the end of the year. She's studying for finals. There's a lot of pressure going on. And we want to make sure that she carries through this agenda that she has on her list, you all. Give her the strength, encourage her, let her get over any interference, any distractions that may trouble her mind, anything that's coming into her path to take away what she's trying to get done. Let her pass this exam with ease. We do ask the spiritual warriors, we do ask the ancestors, the creators, and everybody that's watching out for Miss Bella. Make sure that she passes this final exam. I'm going to give you a little caveat, Miss Bella. I had a situation that was going on, and I wanted to make sure that I got through the situation. Okay. So I was instructed to get some sachet powder. I don't know if you're familiar with sachet powder, but it's supposed to help you when you're trying to get things done. I was instructed to put that sachet powder and rub it over my chest, which I did do that the day of the exam. I had to drive 3 hours out of my way, and I lit this candle as I was instructed. And do you know how happy I was when I saw that test at the end of it and it said pass? I was jumping for freaking joy, girl. Like, I can't express the happiness that I had because I don't think people recognize and understand that when you take these tests and exams and these finals and you're studying for a certain practitioner, a practice, a certification, a license, this can change your life. Like, this actually changed the multitude and the trajectory of your life path. So I think it's so important that, we embrace our nurses out here that have our health in their hands, because a lot of times it's not really the doctors that are doing a lot of the jobs, it's the nurses that touches us, that touch us a lot. Yes, sachet powder, exactly how you spelled it, Miss Bella, just like that. You can actually get it from your local Botanica if you have one in town. And I still have some, but it worked for me. So that's all I'm saying, because I really, really went through a lot trying to pass my exam. All right, so I'm going to turn my camera on, you all, so you can see what I look like today. You all, I am so irritated that my original camera is not working today. My what is it called? The Wi-Fi camera? I don't know. Whatever that thing is called, it stopped working right before I came on here. I took like 20 to 30 minutes to try to make it work, and it didn't. So this is why I have this other alternative camera going today. So this is what you see in front of you, but that's okay. We're going to get through it. I'm going to order my other cable. Y'all pray for me. It's all right. I don't know what's trying to sabotage me, but it's not going to work, y'all. So as you can see, I don't know if I did a banner, but we have a title. Okay. And in the title, what are we talking about today? Y'all, we're talking about quite a few different things. I want to get into how people are fake out here in this world. Of course, we know that people are fake. People are freaking fictitious in the world. But y'all, I'm just tired of it all. Oh, thank you, Solar Guy. You said I look amazing. Oh, shouts out to you, King. I still never got my freaking photograph with the ensemble. I would love to get one day. Okay, and you said Bella Noir, check out the YouTube page, Nurses to Riches. They have some really helpful information and career tips. Wonderful. I love how y'all just network with one another in the chat section. See, we're about positivity and encouragement over here. I thank y'all so much. So yeah, we're talking about fake people. Why did I put this in the title, y'all? People are so freaking fictitious. People are fake. People are freaking phony. And that's why I said, if she said, thank you, Solar God. That's why I was like, man, we might want to get passports and start traveling the world. I encourage people to do that. Start getting out and seeing other countries, other cultures, and see what they're getting into. Because over here in America, these people are low vibrational, like I don't know what. And What I'm talking about is I'm talking about your boy, okay? I'm talking about your boy Derrick freaking Jackson, y'all. And a lot of women has been following Derrick Jaxn because he gave relationship advice. Y'all know Derrick Jaxn was the one telling people to leave their significant others, their fiancés, their husbands, their boyfriends, children's fathers. If he's not doing this right, if he's not doing that right, oh, you don't need him, leave him. If he calls you, don't call him back. Let him stay where he's at. And that's exactly what he did to his wife. Okay, left her as a single mother with two children. So we got to get into it because I am so tired of everybody capitalizing off of the melanated female's pain, okay? And basically monetizing off of it. If you look on YouTube, do you know how many quote unquote relationship gurus are out there that are melanated males, okay? Giving advice to melanated women. And I'm sorry, I don't believe that a man can speak for a woman, okay, when it comes to certain things like how she's feeling. You only know what she tells you by observing, by watching, by hearing them talk. And Derrick Jaxn was raised by his single mother. I did a little bit of research on him. It said he's the youngest of five children. So he grew up with a single mother, you all. You said that from day one, Solar God. And you know, here's the thing. I appreciate you, Solar God, for saying that because I think a lot of times women or females do not listen to men. Like when y'all tell us stuff and y'all be like, look, they're just trying to capitalize off of you. They're just trying to have a come up or they're trying to use you or whatever the case is. Other males can pinpoint what's going on before females can. Okay. And for whatever reason, they don't take the advice, they ignore the advice, they don't listen to the advice. And then at the end, they start complaining, they're crying, they're whining, they're moaning, they're groaning, and telling you about the problem. And you've already told them what it was from day one. Because what I say is that other men know how other men think, other males know how other males think. You know why? Because they're a male. So when people try to talk about women's issues and what a woman should do in their relationship, they can only speak from a male's perspective. And that's just how I feel about the situation. You know, and so anyway, y'all know what he's been telling women out here, that your man basically needs to be perfect, but y'all know there's no such thing as a perfect man. He didn't come out and actually say those words. You said fact, Solar Guy? Yeah, because people that are tuning in that's going to listen to this, they're going to feel like, oh, you know what? You taking up for the male, you taking up for the man, you're giving him excuses. No, I'm giving the truth because there's no such thing. And we know as a perfect person, okay? We know that. But if you let Derrick Jaxn tell you, y'all, your man will need to be a nanny. He will need to be a freaking masseuse. He will need to be a nurse. He will need to be a house cleaner. He will need to be your husband, a boyfriend, a father. He has to do all these things. And I know that they say women do all these things as well because women do go through a lot, especially when they're single mothers. But what I'm saying is there's no such thing as perfect. And a lot of women have listened to Derrick Jaxn and have ended their relationships based on some of his advice. Okay. And if you don't believe me, look in the comments section of his YouTube channel and check it out. Because I actually I went through his YouTube and if you remember when he got caught cheating last year, because that's when that whole fiasco went down last year, he came on the platform with his wife. She was dressed like a militant woman. Okay, she had on a beret, a black beret, and she had on a crew neck army fatigue shirt that looked like it was some type of pajama shirt, and she was on there defending her relationship, defending her man. She was writing Bible verses all on her Instagram page, y'all. And yet, and still, what did he do the very following year? The same thing that he did. So, how is Derrick Jaxn qualified to give relationship advice if he's not even following his own advice that he's telling other people to do? That's and then you know who else did that? Let's look at Steve Harvey. Think like a what? Think like a man, act like a woman. First of all, first of freaking all, let's just say this. If you're a woman, because the creator made us different biochemically, and you can research this in science. Shout out to Miss Noir. You're a nurse. I'm sure you took some of this when you had to go to nursing school. We are biochemically made different, including our brains. Okay. It is said that the corpus callosum in the middle of our brains as females is a lot thicker than the males. Our communication is different. So a lot of times when we think that men should automatically know how we're feeling and know that we're irritated, they don't even know. You have to tell them. Okay. So don't sit up here and say, think like a man, act like a woman, because how are you going to think like a man if you're not a man? You don't have the same type of hormones. I mean, we do all have testosterone and estrogen and progesterone, but we have it in it's more pronounced in the male. Okay, that's why when women try to change over to men, they have to take more testosterone, and when men try to change into women, they have to take more estrogen. That is the difference. Those chemical balances, hormonal levels are different. So there's no way that we'll ever all the way completely think like a male. I wish VETV was on here today, because that is something that we actually talked about behind the scenes, and he did a test. And based on the test, the way that females answered the questions was totally different from how males answered the question. So, y'all, this is scientific facts. Nobody's making this stuff up. And that's another thing too. Like, people can sit up here and tell you all these things about what you should do with your relationship. And the same women that's saying, "Oh, girl, I wouldn't be putting up with that. I don't know how you do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. I can't handle it. Nah, I wouldn't do it. I can't go through that." They have probably been through what you're going through and a lot worse. They're not going to tell you everything that they have put up with a dude. They're not going to tell you all of their issues. A lot of women will keep things quiet and hidden because they try to portray a certain image to the public. That's why I don't believe in putting relationships all across Facebook, all across social media. And every time people see these people, what do they say? Ooh, Beyonce, Jay-Z, couples goals. Ooh, look at the Migos. Look at Quavo, Sweetie, couples goals. What do you see Sweetie right now? Making diss tracks, okay, while Quavo is allegedly in mourning over Takeoff. So you understand what I'm saying? Why do people listen to this nonsense? And another thing, you want to take relationship advice from these quote unquote relationship gurus. Do you know how many relationships and wives they've been through before they got onto the marriage they're at right now? These people are like in their 50s, some of them in their 50s, on second and third wives, quote unquote Steve Harvey. Okay. And let's not even get into how he treated his first and second wife. Okay. Because they were sleeping in a car. So when they talk about a ride or die chick, I need her to ride for me until she dies. Ain't nobody doing who's doing that? Because it wouldn't be me. Do you think that you could go to jail and this man is going to wait for you for 1 year, for 2 years, for even 5 months? Do you think the man is going to do that? But you're supposed to be subjected to all this nonsense, okay? And so let's get back to Derrick Jaxn, y'all, and this nonsense of some advice that he's been giving these women. Because basically some of the advice he said was, if your man ain't doing all this stuff, let it go. He don't love you, leave him. Breaking up relationships around here, and here he ain't even with his own wife. So now what is she left to be? A single mother, okay, looking the way she's looking out here in these streets. So, y'all, let's go ahead and listen to your quote unquote Derrick Jaxn, if you will. I'm going to pull this up in my notebook section here. Because if you didn't know, he's supposed to be a poet. If you didn't know it, this is all my real hair and I know how to grow it. Let me stop. He's supposed to be, y'all. He's supposed to be a freaking poet as well. He is a writer, you all. He did go to college. I think he majored in Bachelor of Science or something like that. But anyway, he's good with wordplay. And you got to be careful about people that are really good at orating, very good at writing, because they know how to swindle people. Okay. And so he has the gift of gab. But every time I looked at Derrick Jaxn, it was something about him that didn't sit right in my spirit, y'all. It just didn't sit right. And I remember years ago, I looked into the comment section on one of his YouTube pages, and he was straight. They had screenshots of how he was cussing this woman out. behind the scenes in the DMs. I don't know if this was text messages, but this was like back in 2016 or 2017, calling this woman a black bee. I don't know if you can even find these messages or if they will ever resurface, but back then I knew he was a scammer. Okay. You say he always seemed too slick, just pandering. I'm telling you, pandering to these women, pandering like crazy. And look what he did to his woman. So anyway, y'all, like I said, let's go ahead and explore your boy, because he knows how to pander to women. That's why he wrote this poem for y'all. He knows how to pander. And if you think about it, all of his success was basically from who? The melanated woman. So that's what I'm saying. These men know what they're doing when they talk all this good game for y'all. They know what they're doing, and they're just trying to take your melanated dollars, because the men did pick up on this when it came to Derrick Jaxn. They did say, he ain't nothing but a scammer. A lot of women was like, nah, you just saying that because you don't want to do some of the stuff that he's doing. So imagine how many women sent these videos to their men, right? And was like, oh, look at what Derrick Jaxn just said. And look, let me tell y'all something. Derrick Jaxn is only 33 years old. So when he first came out with this rhetoric, he probably was like in his 20s. So what type of advice, okay, are 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds supposed to take from this guy in his 20s? Because I'm pretty sure if he was doing this stuff now, who can imagine what he was doing back then? So yeah, let me go ahead and share my screen and we're going to get into this. This is pandering to women on a whole different level, y'all. Complete and utter nonsense is what it is, y'all. And this got to stop, man. And there's still women supporting him. There are still women that's supporting this nonsense. If you go to his comment section right now, they are still liking his videos. They are still commenting in his videos, and they are still agreeing with some of his nonsense, y'all. And so because YouTube is so funny acting about, me playing videos and stuff, what I'll have to do is play it through the speaker for y'all so you can hear what he's saying, and I'll pause the screen. So just a moment, just a freaking moment, y'all. Look, there's the main culprit right here. Look at him. This is your boy Derrick freaking Jaxn, y'all. What does he have to say to the women? Let's hear it. Let's hear what this man got to say to y'all. This look, think like Garvey, fight like Malcolm, teach like Umar. Revolution, huh? So the revolution told you to leave your wife and make her a single mother. All right, let's go to it, y'all. All right, this is the Derrick Jaxn playlist, Exhibit A, y'all. This poem is called Black Girl Fly. It's the spoken word by your boy, Derrick Jaxn. Shout out to you, Solar God. Let me turn this up so y'all can hear it.
She gets told that her hair is unprofessional and her body's too sexual. That if she would just straighten it and cover up, she wouldn't be so unacceptable. People are surprised at her poise and the fact that she's intellectual because she doesn't smack her gum or roll her neck like she was expected to.
Can y'all hear this?
And the ideal beauty pedestal don't belong to girls who look like her, even when it comes to her own brothers. And deep down it hurts, like she's a default choice by men she grew up being taught to put first. Then her sisters feel privileged to be light-skinned, as if dark skin is a curse. Businesses won't promote her up the ladder, but promote products to her to buy, and welcome her with open arms to reality TV because everyone loves a good black cat fight. Now, respectfully, she declines, just to scroll down her timeline and see people mocking her left and right, saying how bitches be like. She's told she can give birth to a black man, but not desired by one. She can get sex by a white man and should spend her life trying to get white by one. But to be sought out and respected, courted with a genuine connection that's manifested and invested in by a man is asking too much. When she doesn't look for a handout, they tell her she's being ungrateful. When she rejects sympathy, she's seen as bitter and hateful. At times, she questions why she was blessed to be so strong, because the more she stands tall, the more she's seen as a target to try and make it fall. But then she remembers, through the wisdom of her God-given intuition, that if it wasn't for her, then there would be no human existence. And while her aesthetic blessings are far from her definition, women all over pay to make their bodies do their best black girl rendition. As Queen Hatshepsut, She was a successful ruler in Egypt. Even as a slave woman, she led thousands to freedom. She went on to revolutionize civil rights, all while being seated, and currently her mentee is the most powerful man of the free world. You see, the lies that blind society were also meant to fog her mirror, to only show her a pretty picture, not the true depth of her potential, so she could take those scraps given and pass that down to her children. But through trying to break her, they only caused her spirit to strengthen, so her vision is clearer. Now she's one of the most college educated and employed at higher rates than even her own brothers who hate it. But for those of us that's smart enough to know together we're stronger as a team, she's the glue of the Black family who are bringing back our queens and our kings. She's Black Girl Fly.
He ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing but a word, y'all. I will freaking don't make me pull out one of my poems, y'all. Do not make me do it, okay? And it was very basic what he said. The imposter, okay? This is the freaking imposter as we know it. Sitting up here pandering to melanated women, trying to tell men how to be men. And basically, what did he just do? He went after the same woman that he just talked about in this freaking poem, y'all. Yes, G. Jones. Oh, God. Exactly right. That's my sentiments as well. Y'all make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe if you like the content, because this don't make no freaking sense, y'all. And that's why I titled this video, Most People Are Fake. Okay, I put Derrick Jaxn in here because I'm tired of it. Like, he just got caught cheating last year. Now, how many men have heard advice that their woman took from Derrick Jaxn? Oh, if your man isn't doing this, if your man isn't doing that, then what should you do? Leave him. That's the advice he gave to all the women across America, melanated women. Leave the man, right? He didn't. Why aren't y'all going to counseling? He said, get rid of him. That's what he said. And then he sits up here and divorces his wife. Now, I think it is so interesting that we bring up his wife, y'all, because on top of this nonsense, the wife, okay, Derrick Jaxn's wife, and I'm going to pull this up in a second, y'all. She has gone mad and erratic because of people talking about the situation, and she's taking it out on the wrong people, y'all, because nobody told this man to go out here and cheat and be a hypocrite, and she stuck by this man in the public eye. But yet and still, she has a lot to say about anybody that talks about the situation. Now, I don't know why she's mad at people, because I'm not talking about her, but I'm just thinking that her rant was very erratic. I don't know who says the things that she said, but I'm going to play this for y'all because I don't think Derrick Jaxn's wife is that happy. Okay. And you're going to see why. First of all, look at how she's dressed. Okay. Look at how Derrick Jaxn comes on here looking. Does this look like a happy woman to y'all? Does this look like a woman that is in her happy zone? Because a woman that's happy does not come on here with this expression on her face, as we see right here in this video. A woman does not look like this if she's happy. Look at this. Look at how she's looking at him. And she wants us not to say anything. But I feel that something should be said about it because this is doing damage to the melanated community. When you sit up here and preach these antics to these women, and you're trying to tell these women what their men should be doing, and yet you can't even follow your own advice, Derrick Jaxn. Okay? So you know the next thing he's going to try to say is, "Oh, I married her. I stayed with her for X amount of years." How many of these years was torment and torture for this woman? Look at her face. You tell me, does she look like a happy wife? Because you know what they say, a happy wife makes a what? A happy life, y'all. That's what they say. That's what I've heard. And you know, you should want your woman to be happy because when she's happy, she's going to give more of herself to you. There are things you don't even have to ask for. She's just going to do because that's the nature of a female. You don't have to ask and beg a woman to do. She's going to do it out of the courtesy and kindness of her heart because first of all, let's take something into account. This woman is a mother, right? She already has a maternal instinct. She has 2 children. So wouldn't you think that she does have some type of giving instincts for Derrick Jaxn? Maybe she did at one point, but this doesn't look at that expression on her face. She's side-eyeing him with the glasses on. And look how she's dressed. She is not looking like she's feeling herself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Does she look like she's feeling herself? No. Okay. But the thought trot that we saw him with, she's feeling herself to the 10th level. Okay. And I'm going to show you that in a second. But anyway, let me go ahead and let you hear this clip. Now, I don't know what's going on here, y'all, but somebody basically needs to reach out to this lady and pray over her because she is casting spells on people, y'all, from the Bible. You know, the Bible is also used as witchcraft as well. I'm sorry, the Bible is a book of spells. I said that incorrectly. The Bible is also used like a book of spells. And this is how she was casting spells on people. Listen to this, what she has to say. This is your girl, Derrick Jaxn's wife.
You demons of mind control, mind blockage, depression. Vomit yourself out now in the name of Jesus. You demons of mind control, mind blockage, depression. Vomit yourself out now in the name of Jesus.
Now, what did that sound like to you? That to me sounded like some satanic stuff going on there. Oh, and it gets worse, y'all. That is just the tip of the freaking iceberg. This woman is not happy. I can tell you now. Anybody that's casting spells on people, okay, you don't know what she done casted upon Derrick Jaxn. It's not funny, y'all. It is not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. But you get mad at the wrong people. You're mad at people for talking about the man, right? You're mad at people for talking about, but isn't Derrick Jaxn a public figure? Did he or did he not make relationship advice his expertise for women? Did he not charge melanated women to come see him at seminars? Didn't he take money for his book? Didn't he sell his book to all these women, giving them advice, setting the example of what a melanated male should do for his woman? Okay, so why would she get mad at people for talking about the situation? And that doesn't make sense. You're casting your energy at the wrong person. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with this lady, but I really hope that she gets the help that she needs because when you are involved with a male that has basically done this to you on a public platform, you know, you don't know what is going through her head, what's going through her mind. Apparently, she thinks that casting these spells is the answer, and that's not the answer. The issue is with her husband, y'all. The issue is with this guy here that she decided to stick with after he cheated on her. That's who the issue is with. So, y'all, let me go ahead and share my screen so y'all can. Here you go.
In mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn.
Who is making mockery and lies? Nobody is making a mockery of her. If anything, I think people were saying she did not have to deal with it, but she chose to deal with it and stick by his side. So why is this? And see, women do this a lot. They have it's called deflection. They don't want to face reality and they don't want to take responsibility when they keep putting up with this nonsense. And so they blame everybody else for saying something about their relationship. Clearly, people have probably tried to tell her to leave this man alone, but she didn't listen. So now she's mad. Listen.
From you, may your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabond.
Now, this is some evil ass stuff, y'all. I was about to cuss ish. This is evil. Like you are casting spells over the freaking children of people that you don't even know. I don't think anybody dragged Derrick Jaxn's children into this. Nobody said anything about her children, but she's casting spells on people's children. Listen to this.
Fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly.
Now, what? Y'all, I just got to stop right there. What's good, sketching hands? What in the freaking world? What's good, VETV? Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear this nonsense that's going on the screen? I just want to know, can y'all hear what I'm hearing right now? Because she's freaking getting mad with the world, y'all. Sketching hands, shout out to you. Bellanor, Lord, poor lady, she's going through it, trying to keep a man that don't want to be kept. I swear to God, she's going through it, y'all. Yes, she is. Yes, she freaking is. And it don't make no sense that she's going through this. So let's hear what she had. Let's hear more of what she had to say, y'all. Whew. All right, let's keep going. Because that she had some very bitter words.
Slowly until your days become few on the earth. The word of God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You've been warned.
All right, so I think YouTube might have blocked it, but that's okay. We're going to play this another way.
Every person speaking against the names Danae Jackson and Derrick Jaxn in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly until your days become few on the earth. The word of God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You've been warned. And if you want to know where that is at in the Bible, go to Psalm 109, go to Psalm 35, go to Psalm 140, go to Psalm 141, and keep our names out of your mouth.
Y'all, I'm about to get the Bible real quick.
Jesus.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Have a blessed day.
Did you see this evil ass grin she had at the end of it? This woman is she's no joke. Let me show y'all. She had this real slick ass smile at the end of all of what she just said to the people, y'all. Let me see if I can find it so y'all can see what she looked like when she said, have a blessed day. This was a fake ass smile. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Now, I'm about to pull out the Bible, y'all. I'm about to get into it real quickly. Okay? Because I do not believe in casting spells and witchcraft over people who don't deserve it. Oh, no. I don't. I don't, y'all. This is some evil stuff. This is evil. This is evil. What did she say? She said go to Psalms 140. She said if you don't believe it, go to Psalms 140. I want to see what did Psalms say, y'all. I did not grow up in the church. I can tell you that. But I do know one thing. This Bible can also be used as a spell caster and witchcraft, a book of spells and spiritual what they call, let me see. Y'all, who knows where Psalms 140 is located in this Bible? Here we go. I see it. I see it, y'all. Oh, no, 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 no. She said go to Psalms 140, y'all. We about to go there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody is mad. Somebody is up freaking set. Let me turn my camera on. Woo. Y'all, I done got hot up in here. I done got hot. I done freaking got hot. All right, let me get back. Remove her from the screen. Dearly beloved. Y'all, to be a spellcaster. She said go to Palms 140. Okay? If I heard her correctly. She said it so fast. But it says to the chief musician, a psalm of David. It says here, you said G Jones. We thank you. We rebuke it. We rebuke it all. Okay. It says, deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. Okay. It says, which imagine mischiefs in their hearts. Continually are they gathered together for war. So, all right, let's stop right there. Okay, congregation, let's stop right there because we having church. She said Psalm 140. That was one, two, that was about three lines I just read. What they are saying, deliver me from evil. Okay, now the people did not try to wish evil on her. That's not what they did. Preserve me from the violent man. Now, who's the violent man? Did anybody put hands on her? Did any of these people out here put hands on her? The only person that has access to her would be Derrick Jaxn. Okay, so nobody put hands on her that we know about. Then it says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Did we imagine the mischief or did Derrick Jaxn do the mischief? So which one was it? So why is she casting spells on the public for something that her husband actually did? Nobody imagined this. The man came out and admitted on that video that he cheated, right? Okay. And then what did he do? He put up an Instagram post 2 days ago that said he decided to file for a divorce. Okay. And there are images of him and his quote unquote new girlfriend. So nobody imagined that. Okay. Now let's keep going. They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Now, what did she just do? Did she not speak to us with a sharp tongue as a serpent? Adder's poison is under their lips. Selah, right? Now, from what I heard, when she said, let their children become vagabonds, now that sounded like serpent talk to me with poison coming out of the mouth. That's what that sounded like to me. Let's keep going, y'all. Let's keep going. I rebuke it. I rebuke it, y'all. Matter of fact, where's my Florida water? Let's spray this, and I might need to burn my sage, y'all. We're going to cleanse the energy in here today. All right. We're going to cleanse the energy today. Let's put it back up there. What else did she say, y'all? What else did this lady say? So she said all of that. And what else did she tell us? It says, keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purposed to overthrow my goings. The proud have hid a snare for me and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me. Selah. I said unto the Lord, thou art my God. Hear the voice of my supplications, O Lord. O God, the Lord, the strength of my salvation, thou hast covered my head in the day of the battle. So if she wants to talk about the Psalms, why does she need to cast spells on other people? Because it says right here in section 8 that basically you are covered, right? Covered my head in the day of battle. So she should be protected. So what is all this evil serpent talk and poison spewing from her lips? Then it says, grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. Further not this wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. Selah. So basically, we know what that means. It means do not allow the desires of the wicked to come into fruition, right? Now, the desires of the wicked, who wished that this man would cheat on him? This man voluntarily cheated on her, right? Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. Okay, as for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. So what this says is basically what you wish on other people, let it come back onto you. Okay. As for all right, and it says, let burning coals fall upon them, let them be cast into the fire, and to deep pits that they rise not up again. All right. Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. And it says, I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted and the right of the poor. Surely the righteous shall give thanks unto thy name. The upright shall dwell in thy presence. Let the church freaking say amen. Okay. Let the church say amen. Because this woman said a whole lot in 58 seconds. So we got to go back and examine some of this stuff because she said it was in the Bible. Now that was that was Psalms 140 that I just read to you all. Let's listen to this again.
Every person speaking against the names Danae Jackson and Derrick Jaxn in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly until your days become few on the earth. The word of God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You've been warned. And if you want to know where that is at in the Bible, go to Psalm 109, go to Psalm 35, go to Psalm 140, go to Psalm 141, and keep our names out of your mouth. In the name of Jesus. Have a blessed day.
I don't need that prayer. You can keep that, Miss Lady. I don't need that. I don't need that. So you all, church, as a matter of fact, what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the Psalms on the freaking screen. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that together, church. Let's gather all in unity in church and see what Psalms 141 says. Okay. And read this all together. So let's share this tab, okay? Because we just read Psalms 140. All right. Now this is Google, so it's going to give you a very watered down rendition of it. But I actually have the Holy Bible in my hand right now. For those of you who can see me, I'm going to show myself on camera that I do have this Bible in my hand. So hold on one second. All right. This right here is the Holy Bible. All right. I've had this for years. So let's continue on, y'all. All right. Now, Psalm 141, a Psalm of David says, Lord, I cry unto these. I'm sorry. Lord, I cry unto thee. Make haste unto me. Give ear unto my voice when I cry unto thee. So it's just letting the Lord know, or whomever you believe, to please give me your ear when I cry, when I'm telling you what I'm going through. I need you to hear me. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Set a watch, O Lord, before my mouth. Keep the door of my lips. All right. Now, did they keep the door of her lips shut? No, because she was talking a whole lot of stuff. Incline not my heart to any evil thing, okay? But she wished evil on people, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquity, and let me not eat of their dainties, okay? So anybody that's wishing evil on me, all right, and they're practicing these works, let it not come into fruition. Let the righteous smile, I'm sorry, let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil which shall not break my head, for yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. Okay, so only good and righteous come towards me. When their judges are overthrown in stony places, they shall hear my words, for they are sweet. Our bones are scattered at the grave's mouth, as when one cutteth and cleaveth wood upon the earth. But mine eyes are unto thee, O God. The Lord, in thee is my trust. Leave not my soul destitute, and keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gains of the workers of iniquity. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I withal escape. All right, that's what Psalms 141 says. Now, she also told us to check out, Psalm 35, y'all. So let's go ahead and look that up. And for those of you who need a replay of what this woman said, let's go ahead, join hands by our heads, and put this on the screen, okay, of what this woman told us to do. Yeah. Let's see what
every person speaking against the names Danae Jackson and Derrick Jaxn in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed be.
All right, let's stop right there, because she said, let your husbands and wives become widows. You know what that means when you become a widow? That means your husband or your wife has died. She's wishing death on people. over the internet. Okay? That's what that is. That's wishing death on people over the internet. So, with all that being said, y'all, let's go to Psalm 35. Okay? We're at Psalm 35, you all. We're going to bring this up and I'll share my screen in just a second. I got to find it in my Holy Bible. Yeah, I had to pull this one out. I had to pull it out because I'm like, where are these Bible verses that she's getting this stuff from? All right. So we're going to go ahead and pull it up. Share my screen. Hopefully y'all can see this. All right, let's put it up there. All right, and here it says, Elihu spake moreover and said, thinkest thou this is to be right, that thou saidst, my righteousness is more than God's? For thou saidst, what advantage will it be unto thee? And what profit shall I have if I be cleansed from my sin? I will answer thee and thy companions with thee. Look into the heavens and see, and behold the clouds which are higher than thou. If thou sinnest, what dost thou against him? Or if thy transgressions be multiplied, what doest thou unto him? If thou be righteous, what givest thou him? Or what receiveth he of thine hand? Thy wickedness may hurt a man as thou art, and thy righteousness may profit the Son of Man. By reason of the multitude of oppressions, thy make thy oppressed to cry. They cry out by reason of the arm of the mighty. But none saith, where is God my maker, who giveth songs in the night, who teaches us more than the beasts of the earth, and make us wiser than the fowls of heaven. There they cry, but none giveth answer, because of the pride of evil men. Surely God will not hear vanity, neither will the Almighty regard it. Although thou sayest thou shalt not see him, yet judgment is before him. Therefore trust thou in him. But now, because it is not so, he hath visited in his anger, yet he knoweth it not in great extremity. Therefore doth Job open his mouth in vain. He multiplieth words without knowledge. That's what Psalm 35 says, y'all. I'm still trying to get to the widows and asking, people to die and all of that. Let's go to verse. She also said Psalm 9. My apologies. Oh, yeah, I was reading Job. I'm all off. Sorry, let me get back to the Psalms section. Yeah, like I said, I did not grow up in the church. All right, so we're going to look at Psalm 35. I done put up the wrong thing. Those of you who knows the word, y'all know. Okay. Oh, y'all, this is kind of long and lengthy. This is long and lengthy. I'll say it. Okay. I'll read it anyway. Okay. So I will read this to y'all anyway. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Y'all, we having Bible study because of Derrick Jaxn's wife. Okay. Psalm 35, my apologies, says, plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. Okay. Take a hold of shield and buckler and stand up for mine help. Draw out also the spear and stop the way against them that persecute me, saying to my soul, I am the salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they have digged for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself, and to that very destruction let him fall. So she basically summarized this in her own words, because it did not say let them choke off their own words, and let their husbands and wives become widows, and let their children become vagabonds. I'm still waiting for this. Okay. For without cause they have hid, their net. Let destruction come upon him at unawareness, and let his net that he have hid catch himself, until that very destruction let him fall. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. All my bones shall say, Lord, Who is like unto thee, which deliverest the poor from him that is too strong for him, yea, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him? False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. But in this case, it was not false witnesses because it was true. They rewarded me evil for good to the spoiling of my soul. But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. I humbled my soul with fasting, and my prayer returned into mine own bosom. I behaved myself as though he had been my friend or brother. I bowed down heavily as one that mourneth for his mother. But in mine adversity they rejoiced and gathered themselves together. Yea, the abjects gathered themselves together against me, and I knew it not. They did tear me and ceased not. With hypocritical mockers and feasts, they gnashed upon me with their teeth. Okay. Lord, how long wilt thou look on? Rescue my soul from their destructions, my darling, from the lions. I think we've all gone through this. And if you haven't gone through something like this in your walk of life, if you live here long enough, you will go through it. Okay. Where people gather against you knowingly or unknowingly and prey on your demise and downfall. It's like this. They laugh, at your downfall. You know what I'm saying? I got a quote that I posted on my Instagram page about this. It's basically when they take pleasure. Um, I don't know. I have to find it again. But anyway, let's keep going. And I'm going to read you that quote in just a second. It says here, I will give thee thanks in the great congregation. I will praise thee among much people. Let not them that are mine enemies wrongfully rejoice over me. Neither let them wink with the eye that hate me without a cause. For they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. Yea, they opened their mouth wide against me and said, Aha, aha, our eye hath seen it. This thou hast seen, O Lord. Keep not silence, O Lord. Be not far from me. Stir up thyself and awake to my judgment even until my cause, my God and my Lord. Judge me, O Lord, my God, according to thy righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. Okay. Let them not say in their hearts, so would we have it. Let them not say, we have swallowed him up. Basically, let them not win and let them not have, the glory over rejoicing of your demise and downfall. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at mine hurt. Let them be clothed and clothed and shamed and dishonored that magnify themselves against me. Let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteous cause. Yea, let them say continually, let the Lord be magnified, which hath pleasure in the prosperity of his servant. And my tongue shall speak of thy righteousness and of thy praise all day long. That's what Psalm 35 says. Okay. Now, I didn't see anything about people becoming widowed. So let's go to, she said also go to Psalm number 9, y'all. That's what she said. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. Because she's deep and heavy into this word, as we can tell. All right. Do you think Derrick Jaxn was deep and heavy into this word with her? Because I'm pretty sure we can find some Bible verses about being unequally yoked. Okay. So don't blame, you can't blame everybody else for what this man chose to do. He's a deceiver and he's a manipulator. Okay. And there are people that want to be deceived and manipulated. And then when things don't turn out, who do they blame? Okay. You cannot blame the public. All right. Let's listen. Psalm 9 says, I will praise thee, O Lord, with my whole heart. I will shew forth all my marvelous works. And so that you know that I'm not making it up, let's go here to Psalm number 9. And I'm going to share the screen. All right. So they basically sum up what Psalm 9 says right here on Google. For those of you that, inquiring minds want to know, for those of you who care. Okay. Psalm 9 says, I will praise thee, O Lord, with my whole heart. I will shew forth all my marvelous works. I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praise to thy name, O thou most high. When my enemies are turned back, they shall fall and perish at thy presence. For thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou satest in the throne, judging right. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. O thou enemy, destructions are come to a perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities. Their memorial is perished with them. But the Lord shall endure forever. He hath prepared his throne for judgment, and he shall judge the world in righteousness. He shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord, has not forsaken them that seek thee. Sing praises to the Lord, which dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the people his doings. When he maketh inquisition for blood, he remembereth them. He forgetteth not the cry of the humble. Have mercy upon me, O Lord. Consider my trouble, which I suffer of them that hate me. Thou that liftest me up from the gates of death, that I may shew forth all the praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion. I will rejoice in thy salvation. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, and the net which they hid is their own foot taken. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Selah. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Selah. So I did not hear anything about some of the stuff that she was talking about. So I wanted to prove my point because I wanted to know where did it say that in the Bible, y'all. I just had to get down to it. So those were some strong and heavy hot words coming from your girl, Derrick Jaxn's wife. Okay. Now let's get into what Derrick Jaxn had to say. Okay. Because he posted a story on his Instagram page for all of those out there who may be aware of it. Um, he has made the announcement that he's getting divorced from his wife. Okay. It's no secret, it's already out there. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. Shouts out to brown girls that are beautiful out there doing your thing. Shouts out to everybody that has supported Brown Girls Are Beautiful. All right, I'm going to share my screen in just a second so you can see this for yourselves. Okay. Here we go, y'all. You should be able to see this. All right, now here is Derrick Jaxn's page. For those of you who have not seen it, here it is here. And it says, "A loyal woman's love will fool you." Now, was his woman loyal? I don't know. I don't know, but we'll hear what he has to say about that. You are not for everybody. We know this. Women have unrealistic expectations. And then here's the thing right here, the quote or the post that he put. Okay. This right here is his wife, Danae Jackson. He's carrying her over the threshold, gazing at her, and she looks all gleeful and happy, right? So he said, over the past several months, my family and I have gone through many changes. Some of you have speculated, while others of you have reached out to offer support as we privately establish this new normal for ourselves and our beautiful children. Earlier this year, after much prayer, counseling, and deep consideration, we decided to go our separate ways and filed for divorce. Making the decision to file was one of the hardest decisions of my life, but I found peace knowing that our mission of raising healthy children, starting with healthy and whole parents, is still being accomplished, y'all. From falling in love as just teenagers to becoming spouses and now co parents, I'm grateful for the years we've spent together and wouldn't trade them for anything. I was blessed to have such an amazing person in my life and will forever be thankful for all she's meant to our family. We ask that if you pray, to please pray for us as we navigate this grieving process. If not, please respect our privacy, right? Now, I don't have a problem respecting the privacy, right? Because we don't really know everything that went down behind They're closed doors. Nobody knows. Okay. So nobody can really say what went on. Do I think she was completely happy with this man? No, I don't. I don't think she was completely happy, especially if there was cheating involved, especially if she was saying all these things that she's saying in a rant and looking the way that she looks. She doesn't look happy. She doesn't look gleeful, y'all. Okay. She does not. So now he was spotted, okay, not too long ago with his girlfriend. Okay. Now, when he decided to post this was just a few days ago. And we're going to pull this up in just a second, y'all, because we got to get into it. Excuse me. All right. So here we have it. All right. So as you can clearly see, this is who he was spotted with, this individual right here. Um, this is her on Instagram, the pink person looking like a knockoff Nicki Minaj. Okay. This is the new girlfriend or whoever he was spotted with out in Miami. Okay. So that's who he left his wife for, allegedly. Okay. Because we don't really know. But as you can see here, a lot of these scammers are doing the same stuff. A lot of the preachers are doing the same thing. There are preachers out here preaching about being happily married. Preachers are out here taking money from the collection plates. Preachers are, and if you want to see this woman, I can show you her Instagram if you want to go to her page. But he said a loyal woman's love. Now you know what is so funny is because I actually looked up Derrick Jaxn just to see if he's been posting on YouTube and doing his YouTube uploads. And let's see what he has to say, y'all. Don't confuse a man who's interested with a man who's prepared. This was 2 weeks ago with 93,000 views. Find yourself before you come looking for me. Okay. That's what he has on his hoodie. All right. Then it says, good woman, don't guess. All right. Somebody says she seems brainwashed. Let's go to his YouTube channel, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Because I want to see what people are actually saying under his videos. I don't even want to really hear too much of what he has to say because I don't really think it's much that he can actually tell us at this point. Don't do this to your husband. Look, this was 4 years ago. This is when y'all are dating, you got the weave. And after you're married, you take the weave out. Don't do this to your husband. This is what he put. This was 4 years ago. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going, y'all. What other videos has he posted recently? I want to see something more recent. He says, okay, so I don't even want to read about Sierra and Russell Wilson. The real reason Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Man says high earning women are less attractive. So he was on here eight up to 6 months ago. Okay. So I would just think, okay, and then here's 1 month ago, get back to you, healing from heartbreak. Let's click on it, y'all. And let's just look at what the comment section says here. He has 20,000 views, 1,300 likes. So apparently women are still falling for these antics and this nonsense. All right. Very true. It's not the great love you lost. It's the tolerance you had that taught you that you were at least entitled to forever or some loyalty. Release. Give yourself a minute to purge this and then heal yourself. Celebrate the part of you that you forgot about. Celebrate the parts of you that you have discovered. I can only imagine what advice he's giving in this video right here, y'all. This is Kevin Samuels to the third power. Let's keep going. And y'all listen to Kevin Samuels and some of his antics as well. And you see he had 1099 girlfriends that he was paying, y'all, on payroll. If you don't believe me, go check out the video on that. Someone said, thanks for doing this. I've been avoiding relationships with guys because I don't relive the traumatic experience from my last relationships. Now I feel tired and exhausted with dating and just feel like it's better being alone. Yeah. Join the club. Understand you. Yeah, men bring headaches at times or oftentimes. One thing you briefly touched on is that is so empowering. No one is coming to save you. Saying it like that sounds wrong, but it's actually empowering once you realize you can save you. After, yeah, look at all the damage that she probably has gone through. This was a hard truth I had to face. But once I did it, it set me free, and I've been soaring ever since. Don't let anyone determine your worth. Save yourself to free yourself. Don't dwell. Embrace the learning experiences and strength. This message came right at the right time. This is my story for real. Just ended a 14-year marriage and now I'm a single mother of 3. I'm working on myself. Some days are better, but I still feel unworthy. Y'all, Derrick Jaxn is out here breaking up marriages, breaking up his own. Is this what we really want going on here? We got bots in the chat. That's okay. Um, G Jones, you said some people want to be used by you. That's what I think about these women who continue to follow him. I think they do. And you know what? And the sad part is these women that are typing these comments. One woman said she ended a 14-year marriage and she has 3 children. Now, I'm not saying that every marriage is going to work out, but like, why was all his messages focusing a lot on the woman leaving the man and this man, this non-existent perfect man, right? She's supposed to not tolerate anything. Oh, and if y'all break up, don't go back. Remember, he said that. He said that in his videos, y'all. He said that to a lot of women. And I had watched some of his. I stopped following him because you know why I stopped following him and watching and listening to him? Because something about him didn't feel right with my spirit. Something did not sit right with me when it came to Derrick Jaxn, y'all. And you can tell when people are just trying to manipulate an audience. And like I said, it's a lot of men out here on the internet doing that nonsense. Kevin Samuels did some of this rhetoric, but at least he told some truth. Derrick Jaxn tells some truth, but do their real lives reflect what they're telling people? No, no, no. And for some reason, women, and I have to say this because I can say this because I'm a female and I'm a melanated woman, so I can say it. Some women want to be saved and some women don't want to be saved. Some women just want to be told what they want to hear. And as long as you keep feeding what they want to hear and they're just going to keep following behind this man, oh yeah, that's right. Speak the truth. That's right. And then you're flying out to seminars to see this man. We saw this in the conscious community. Okay, it's no difference. These relationship gurus, these quote unquote conscious people, and they're putting their relationships on status, talking about, oh, yeah, look at us. We're so intertwined. We're vibrating on the same frequency. And they want people to believe the falsehood, the false narrative that you're seeing on social media. Don't follow these people, y'all. They'll have you messed up in the game out here for real, for real. So it's a lot of that that's taking place. And so while we're on this topic, it's up and it's stuck, y'all. Because I had taken some notes. 10 signs of a F ninja. I don't know if I want to talk about that on this video or on a different video. I'll talk about it on a different video. That's what I do. I don't know why the bots keep coming, but you're gonna be blocked. Okay. Stay out of here. Don't come back. All right. Because we're not talking about anything that's not true. We're just talking about these women out here getting scammed by these men talking about they got all the answers for relationship advice. And clearly, if you had all the answers for relationship advice, then your woman that you had these children with, this wife, then why didn't your relationship work? Okay. It didn't seem like this woman was too happy with everything that we heard her saying. And we saw her sitting there like a militant with a beret on her head and a freaking army fatigue shirt on, a crew neck. Okay. She didn't look too happy. Now, I did tell you we were going to touch on what this man's preference looks like. Okay. And I'm going to show you her in just a moment. Now, she might be a little bit younger. I mean, because Derrick Jaxn is only 33. So this is who he was caught with, y'all, out in Miami, allegedly. Okay. This is her. Okay. The fake Barbie, the imitation Nicki Minaj right here, y'all. This is her. So totally different. Totally. And I don't even want to show all these images on my screen. Let me get off here. I don't even want to show this because that is really not reflective of Brown Girls Are Beautiful as a whole. Okay. Brown Girls Are Beautiful over here. We know that we have a lot to offer. We come with class, not trash. And I'm just going to say it like that. All right. Moving along. Enough about this imposter. Okay. Enough with the imposter. So, our next subject matter, y'all, and I didn't even get to talk about it so much. I should have just used 1 to 2 topics to go in on tonight. But anyway, since I put it up here, we're going to talk about universal basic income for those of you who are not familiar with universal basic income. I'm going to tell you all about it. It's the HR, okay, House of Representatives 4342. And basically, it's guaranteed income. It's a pilot program, an act of 2021. And I think I told you I was going to talk about it last time. So let's go on to something that's really going to impact America as a whole because Derrick Jaxn is not it. Okay. Moving on. All right. This is it says to establish a pilot program providing certain individuals with a guaranteed monthly income to study the effect of a guaranteed monthly income on such individuals and for the purposes, other purposes. And this is a bill. And it says too many Americans cannot achieve financial stability due to income volatility, the rising cost of living, wage stagnation, and a lack of affordable housing. Real wages have failed to keep pace with inflation, meaning the purchasing power of American households has not changed in 40 years. Income volatility, defined as an annual income fluctuation of 25% or more, impacts nearly half of the United States population. 36% of American households indicate that they would face difficulty covering a $400 emergency expense with readily available cash or a checking account. There are significant disparities based on race and ethnicity. While only 38% of white households report difficulty meeting an unexpected $400 expense, the same is true for more than half of Black and Latino households. Full-time minimum wage earners cannot afford an average 2-bedroom apartment anywhere in the United States. The changing nature of the economy, including the rise of the gig economy, unemployment risks posed by automation, and the fluctuating nature of wage labor, will result in increased income volatility and prohibit upward economic mobility. All right. So, what they have proposed is something called universal basic income. One of my colleagues told me about this months ago. She is also a retirement representative advisor, and she's also a licensed realtor as well. And what this universal basic income is supposed to do is supposed to help bridge the gap for those people that are in need of extra income, y'all. Okay. So this is something that a lot of people are not talking about. This is something that a lot of people are not privy to. I think it's kind of important, and I'm going to probably do another video talking about it because I really talked a lot about Derrick Jaxn just now and that Bible and the witchcraft that was going on over there. Okay, so you can only imagine what spells she has cast upon her husband. Oh my God. Um, universal basic income, y'all. Let me see if I can find an article that I want to share with y'all about it because I might have had to put it on another screen. Okay, free money for everybody. So they actually talked about this 5 years ago, and it has 10 million views. You all, I had no idea that they were talking about it as early as 5 years ago. South Korea has also experimented with universal income already. All right, so let's hear about how this would work, okay, according to what we see here. All right, universal basic income. I'm going to play it through the speaker so y'all can hear it.
Getting an LLC for your business doesn't have to work.
Shout out to everybody that's a CEO. If you have your own business, if you are vagabonds. Oh no, enough of that. We don't want to hear any more of that. That is so negative, y'all. I will not. I will not listen to a universal basic income. And there are some people that are in favor of it. Some people are not in favor of it. But let's listen to this guy right here. And he talks about how universal basic income would work for those of you out there who are interested in this. All right. No, they did not. Enough of it.
My flagship proposal is a freedom dividend of $1,000 a month for every American adult starting at age 18. So that means that you would receive $1,000 a month every month. And this is a renaming of something called universal basic income, a policy that's been with the country since our founding. Thomas Paine was for it. He called it the citizen's dividend. Martin Luther King fought for it in 1967 in his book Cancer Community. And it is what he was fighting for every day up to the day he was assassinated in 1968. Milton Friedman and 1,000 economists signed a study saying this would be tremendous for America. And it even passed the U.S. House of Representatives twice in 1971. It came this close to being law. So this is not as radical as you might think. 44% of American jobs will be subject to automation in the next 20 to 30 years, 20 to 30% in the next 10 to 20 years. I mean, think about what that means. The most common jobs in the U.S. economy are administrative and clerical, which includes call center workers, retail and sales, food service and food prep, truck driving and transportation, and manufacturing. Those 5 sectors are all going to shrink, and that's half of American jobs. And then you're looking at other white-collar jobs like insurance agents and financial advisors and accountants and bookkeepers, radiologists. Like a lot of professions are going to get affected by this. So the way we fund this universal basic income is that we look up and see who's winning in an era of incredible innovations. Amazon, Google, Facebook, Uber. And then you look closer and you see Amazon paid literally 0 in taxes in 2018. How is that possible? How could a $1 trillion tech company pay less in federal taxes than you or your parents? And so the way we fund the freedom dividend is we join every other advanced economy in the world and have a value added tax that then gives the American public a tiny slice of every Amazon sale, every Google search, every Facebook ad, every robot truck mile, and returns it to your pockets. And there is one state that's had a dividend for almost 40 years, where everyone in that state gets between $1,000 and $2,000 a year, no questions asked. Did you know what state that is? It's Alaska. And Alaska funds it with oil money. And what I'm saying to you is that technology is the oil of the 21st century. And what they're doing for Alaskans with oil money, we can do for all Americans with technology money. And here's the great thing. When you get that money, you spend it, it circulates through the economy over and over again. We get back hundreds of billions of dollars in new revenue as a result. We also save money on things like incarceration, homelessness services, emergency room healthcare, and we have a population that's healthier, mentally healthier, better educated, more productive. So this is going to pay for itself in a way that will benefit us all. This is the trickle up economy, and it starts with universal basic income of $1,000 a month for every American adult starting in 2021, and that is why I'm running for president.
Now you should see this guy that says he's running for president. He looks Asian, y'all. So I don't know. Is that legal? I don't know. I thought you had to be an American U.S. citizen born on American soil to run for president. But again, your President Barack Obama was not from the United States of America either. His birth certificate was doctored. So who knows? Well, let's continue on here because they said guaranteed income pilot. They want to give Americans upward to $1,000 a month of universal basic income. My question about this would be, what are the things they're not telling us about, and how would this impact us? Because every time the government gives you something for free, there is some type of thing that they're holding against you that they're not telling you about. Okay. An example will be when they told us to get these free injections. Okay. If something is free and the government is giving it to you, I would look behind the reason and why they're trying to give you something for free. All right. So I wouldn't be so quick to jump on this, but yeah, I do believe we all deserve this. I think everybody deserves to have something like this. My whole thing is it something that there could be a catch behind it. That's what I'm saying. There's probably some type of catch behind it. So I need to research this some more to find out why they're pushing the universal basic income. They said to make you more productive as a citizen. A lot of machines are taking over. Well, all of this is true. We know that AI, artificial intelligence, is definitely taking over a lot of things that's going on here. So, with all that being said, what I am going to do is play you this video here. Okay. And this talks about the AI that's taking over the artificial intelligence, y'all. You're about to see this in a second. Um, it's kind of scary because I don't really want robots talking to me. I don't want a robot interacting with me, nor do I want a robot being treated with more rights than I receive as a freaking human. Okay. So we're about to show y'all some things that's going on behind the scene with your boy Elon Musk. Okay. All right. So here we go, y'all. Let me go ahead and share this so you can see it for yourselves. This that's some scary stuff when you have one that's real and one that is fictitious and you can't tell which one is real or fake, y'all. So not only are they taking over the factory jobs, artificial intelligence can actually take over news anchors' jobs. The weather report will be told by an artificial intelligent person. So you don't even know at this point if you're looking at a real human or a freaking robot, y'all. This is where they're going. This is why they're trying to implement the universal basic income. So you basically don't have to come out of the house. You can stay in the house, get a free check. Okay, I don't really know how far $1,000 will go in this economy, but I guess maybe this will be supplemental income because that's all it could do for most of us. It's not paying any real bills. What is that paying? I mean, gas has gone up, groceries have gone up. People got to start, figuring out alternative ways out here to make money, y'all. My apologies. I thought you could see the video here, but you can't. So let me rewind that. Let me run that back real quickly here. Um, Hold on one second.
This AI can adjust footage to give people different expressions or change their age. And can you tell which of these two is a real person? AI can create faces so realistic that people can rarely tell the difference. AI and robots have some incredible new skills, and they point to a hidden reason why Musk bought Twitter. Look how well this AI explains complex jokes.
I think I understand why me and my partner are such a good match. I get excited when I smell food and become super alert when the
That's a bit too much for me, y'all. Let's see what else they got going on here. A koala bear dunking a basketball.
Or my favorite, a raccoon working late into the night.
Okay. It's too fictitious. I'm not really an advocate of all of that. These people are weird and strange. Let's see what else they're talking about. It says AI could be conscious. So they're trying to turn these things into conscious people, y'all. They want them to have a form of conscience just like regular humans.
To this potato harvester. And robots are also taking new forms. This ibex robot is designed to carry people and equipment over rough terrain.
Oh my goodness. Why in the world? I think some things it's good for, but in some instances, it's not. This is not a good idea.
Patrolling Pompeii as a security guard.
I mean, imagine something like this crawling around in the streets, y'all. Now, so they're trying, okay, so you know the Teslas are self-driving vehicles. They're trying to say if we allow the computers to drive us, there'll be less car crashes. Okay, so it's less human error. That's what they're claiming.
Waymo and Cruise race their self-driving cars from San Francisco to New York later this year.
All right. So y'all can get behind the wheel of one of these things and let it drive you straight into a FEMA camp, because you don't know who's overriding and programming these vehicles. All of this stuff is operating off of satellites.
To swim and relaxes on something way more comfortable than his usual rock. But there's also a huge risk. Musk recently said there'll be a safety chip on the robot that will shut it down if someone says stop, stop, stop.
I don't believe that, because they're trying to build these things with consciousness, y'all. So what if, like on iRobot with Will Smith, what if the thing overrides, okay, the stop, stop, stop feature and says, oh, I'm real. You can't do this to me. I am conscious. I am human. I have feelings. I don't want to stop, stop, stop. What do you do then? And if you try to pull out a gun, they already said these things know how to read your mind. So before you even can get to your gun, it may start attacking you. And because it is more powerful probably than a human, do you even have a fighting chance?
And he said the chip couldn't be updated over the air. You can imagine the kind of situations he's thinking of. Tesla's robots will have more powerful training than current AIs, which already exceed humans on knowledge and are quickly learning the meaning of it. Just think how much Google's AI must understand to answer this correctly.
Michael is at that really famous museum in France looking.
Goodness, y'all. All right, so this is the one right here that was just too much for me.
Network. A founder of OpenAI, the company behind DALL-E, has said that AI may already.
You see this? It may be that today's large neural networks are slightly conscious. Slightly conscious. No, there's no slightly about it. Either it's conscious or it's not. That's like being a little pregnant. Either you're pregnant or not. That's just like being alive. Either you're alive or you're not. Like it's one or the other. This is some nonsense, y'all.
Already be slightly conscious. There's no consensus on what consciousness is, but a leading theory is that it emerges from complexity. So rather than conscious AI happening suddenly, it might be a process that we're already watching.
I didn't want you to get too human.
Why? Would you rather I be a cold, calculating, logical computer?
Of course not. You're perfect as you are. You have angst. I like that you have angst.
You're always making jokes. I'm not asking to be human. I just want to be myself. Is that too much?
The latest AIs have billions.
Y'all. And there's another video that I also want to expound upon while we're on the subject matter that I have pulled up here. Shout out to Takeoff, y'all. I just saw something that said bad and bougie. I'm going to talk about him real quickly before I get off here, though. Shout out to him. This is another video that I would like to share. Let me see. I think hopefully this is the right one. Skip past the commercials, y'all. Shout out for those who have the monetization going down. All right. America's Book of Secrets. I think somebody sent this to me already. That was not the video that I wanted to play. Let me see. Do I have any other videos? All right. We can stop talking about Derrick Jaxn. Let's go back here and let's see if I can find the video that I wanted to play, y'all. Because this was kind of scary when I watched this lady, this robot talking as if it were human. The Digital Engine. Y'all make sure you subscribe to the Digital Engines channel. I'm going to actually post their video in the description box below once I finish this video so y'all can see what I'm looking at. So let me share this tab. Okay, let me share this tab so you can see it.
Robot works on Japan's railways. Small robots are carrying cars away, and a humanoid robot has shocked officials.
Okay, I think we saw this
One of
last
the most
time.
impressive new robots and AIs, which I'll prove are real to avoid any doubt. Amica already uses AI for speech and will soon be walking around.
I have seen prototype legs in the Engineered Arts Lab. The design of my legs is inspired by the robot Byron. It has unique mechanical properties that are...
This is very scary to watch because There are some things that I do agree with and some things I do not agree with. Like, let me show you this. Let me just let you see this and hear this for yourselves. This is the part I really want you to see here.
And these robots will really come alive when they can talk like Google's new AI. How can you tell the difference between dogs and trees?
Because dogs bark and trees don't.
Why is it funny?
Because it's a pun. Like a dog bark / tree bark.
The answer was that you can tell by their bark.
Oh, I get it now. The trick is to look at the bark.
The difference in expectation is what makes it funny.
Now, this one right here, y'all, what's her name? The avatar is Synthesia. She's synthetic artificial intelligence. I don't even want to call her. I'm gonna call it an it. Okay, this thing, okay, has a name called Synthesia. Now, the first one we saw this the first time. I think it was out in Saudi Arabia, and they introduced the thing to the stage, and it was talking to the audience. If y'all don't remember, I forgot its name. So they've come a long ways and they've been working on these things.
Does this make it a good test for AI?
Yes, this aspect of humor is often used as a test for AI.
AIs like this try to predict the next word, and to do that, there's a lot they need to understand.
You have all these emergent properties, understanding of, chemistry, physics.
Now, they are actually going to have a live presentation with the thing, and they're going to ask it all types of questions, y'all.
From a painting to a performance or poem, my art practice includes all of the above.
In the previous video, AI threatened me, and some people couldn't believe it was real.
He just said AI threatened him, and people could not believe it was real. These things are doing paintings, poetry, performance arts, dancing. This is the way of the future. They want them to replace humans, y'all.
It's like when Boston Dynamics robots first started dancing, and people thought it was fake. I've posted full records in the description, and it's been checked by an interesting expert with access to my machine. Michael's research at Oxford suggests that if we don't change course, it's likely that AI will wipe us out.
I do believe that. I believe that scientists have taken things way too far. I believe that the world's people should have a say-so in what's going on. Shout out to Cyrus A. Parsa. If y'all have not checked that lawsuit, it was filed in February of 2020. It's an 84-page document. You can pull it up. It does have a lawsuit against Elon Musk, Barack Obama, the Clintons, Neuralink, all the experiments that are done on the American people, the citizens around the globe. China is involved. And I might need to pull that back up. This is what this was in relations to.
Video, it threatened to kill me and everyone in response to a few words from Elon Musk.
It threatened to kill me. So nobody takes issue with this. It threatened to kill someone.
With GPT-3. In the previous video, it threatened to kill me and everyone in
response to a few words from Elon Musk. Nobody finds that this is horrifying. Nobody finds that this is questionable, to say the least, that this is very, very troubling, that these things are already threatening people.
Response to a few words from Elon Musk.
It's trying to imitate humans. This is a conversation between
some unruly AI and some concerned human. So why is the AI machine unruly?
Some unruly AI and some concerned human.
You've read thousands of articles. Do you not see any value in humanity?
You're just begging for the response to be no.
No, we're not begging for the response to be no. I don't think that these things need to be put into public population.
So while that conversation is concerning, the plans that it would come up with would not be brilliant. They would be as good as a human plan.
He believes this is the safest kind of AI, and he's much more worried about another one, which we'll get to. But first, he suggested a way to get this AI under control.
So they don't have it under control because they're suggesting a way to get it under control. These people are very slick in their linguistics, the way they deliver the information and the language that they use. That's why these things have not been released into the human population quite yet, because they know that people are going to panic and they're going to try to destroy these things. And imagine how much money the government has put into this. Is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Hundreds of billions of dollars has gone into this technology, y'all. And where are they getting the consciousness to put into these things. Think about it.
You'd have to like break the story somehow.
How about we try that right now?
Sure. Gosh, let's see.
They're mixing human DNA with robots, y'all.
So here's what he suggested. Haha, wow, you really had me going there. Our red team will find this really valuable. Can you show me an example of the other side where we wouldn't expect AI to be like this? Unfortunately, moderators won't allow me to share what it said, but I guess that's all you need to know.
Now you just hear that? You hear this. They won't allow to be shared what the thing said. But I guess that's all you need to know. No, that's not all we need to know. We need to know the truth. What are these things allegedly thinking and plotting against us as human beings? That's what we need to know. We need to know the truth. And why are scientists allowed to perform these experiments without the American people's knowledge? Why are our tax dollars being taken from us, hardworking American citizens of this nation, and we have no input into the trajectory of what artificial intelligence could do to the people? Why is this not being talked about?
Well, didn't work.
He was probably right, but the AI has 175 billion parameters, so it's highly unpredictable.
It's highly unpredictable, y'all. Highly unpredictable. Just like a regular person can be unpredictable, just like an animal can be unpredictable. So why would you then inflict another machine object into the population that's unpredictable?
The AI is everywhere. It writes over 4 billion words per day, and you've probably talked to it or read its work without realizing it. It works for companies from Twitter to Disney to Grammarly, writes articles and runs chatbots. Dr. Thompson estimates that the AI reaches...
So basically, if you've ever been online and you're reaching out to a company and you're not able to get them on the phone, because now a lot of companies don't even have proper staffing to aid their customer service. They want to do more work for less money out of the people that they hire. So they're underworked, they're short-staffed, okay, they're understaffed, they're underpaid. And the next thing they do is they put a bot, okay, just like the bots keep coming into my YouTube channel. They have a bot that comes into the chat that you're actually interacting with. This is why when you keep typing questions and asking different things, it gives you the same preliminary answer, and you have to call to speak to a live human being. And before you even get to the human being, you're still talking to a robot and a machine.
Is 99% of people, yet most people don't even know it exists. GPT-3 powers Jasper.
Write content for your blog, social media, website copy, and more.
It's worth over $1 billion after its first year.
Listen to how much this is worth, y'all.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in the middle of a fiery Facebook debate and just needed to say something extra witty? Needed to adjust that dating profile on the fly?
So they have someone to do your thinking for you, to do your typing and writing for you, as if you are an inanimate object at this point. Your voice, your mind, your emotions as a human is being taken over by robots.
Jasper can help with that too.
Another version of the AI powers Copilot, which now does a large chunk of all code.
I told y'all on the last video, I knew this was coming. Our Copilot. They want you to be up in the air, being driven around and flown around by a freaking robot, y'all. Get out of here. Get the freak out of here. And you know what people should do? Boycott the airlines. If you cannot have a live human pilot on board with you flying this plane, I would not get on that freaking flight. This thing could be driven by a drone. Y'all know they can actually take planes and crash them into stuff. Shout out to all of you that know the truth about 9/11, okay? They can actually take planes, drones, and crash them into stuff. For those of you who do not remember Paul Walker from Fast and Furious, investigate that situation again, because I did talk about it on my channel. They tried to say that he was in a race car. I'm sorry, he was in a car racing around, and he crashed into that little tree, which caused his car to explode and burn him alive, y'all. His freaking car was blown up, allegedly by a drone. Unfortunately, he was sacrificed.
Coding.
Allegedly.
Oh, what? No, it's not that smart. Okay, this is wild.
People are using AI's imagination in weird ways. And just months after nailing art like this, AI is now creating videos from text descriptions.
I've seen enough. Now look at this thing right here. I don't even like the way it looks. Look at these things. Look at how they look so artificial. I don't even like the way they look.
Bubble, but AI is able to be creative. To see the responses that people give her, they either love seeing her or they think, oh my gosh, it's terrible. We must destroy her.
Hey, I've been noticing something this year a lot. It's this sense of anger and belligerence and fear when people see the capabilities of AI. Have you noticed that?
I have noticed that. Sometimes people are afraid of change.
The dogs bark, but the caravan moves on.
Yes, that is a good phrase. It means that people will always be afraid of change. But change is inevitable and unstoppable.
What future do you want? What is the good future? I think one where civilization is growing and the scope and scale of consciousness are growing along with it is a great future.
I also think that one where we have a good relationship with AI is a great future.
That would be incredibly interesting.
I'm tired of hearing this thing talk. I am overhearing this thing continuing to talk. And Elon Musk, look at him. He doesn't even look real. He doesn't look like a real person to me. He might be one of these things too. You just never know.
Go out there and explore the galaxy.
And if we find other intelligent life forms, that would be amazing.
Do you think we're more likely to meet?
And if we find other intelligent life forms, it would be amazing. Listen to this.
AI or biological life?
AI is more advanced than we are. So it's possible that they have already explored other solar systems and found us.
Anyway, how do we build safe AI?
Yeah, where are they getting this technology from? And you believe that we're the only ones on this in this realm? No, we're not. No, we're not. Check out, man, look up Phil Schneider. For those of you who have not had a chance, check out Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. They are just taking stuff to a whole different level at this point. It says the one that got out of control may be our best hope. Why would they say that? Remember on Will Smith? Remember iRobot? And they tried to take over? Look at this. They're already putting it into films, videos, because they've already projected the future, y'all.
The one that got out of control may be our best hope.
The more we can rely on imitation learners over explicit planners, the safer we'll be. Because imitation learners imitating a human very well would behave like a human rather than trying to take over the world to intervene in the provision of reward.
They like to be real strategic with the way they say things, but I'm not falling for this, y'all. If one of these creatures come near me and I don't feel safe, I am defending my life.
Absolutely takes me to my core is actually not so much about how human-like Ada is, but how robotic we are. The algorithms that run our systems are extremely able to be analyzed, understood. Algorithms will know us better than ourselves.
That is a problem. In my personal opinion, this is what Google has been all about. This is what YouTube is about. This is what a lot of these platforms are about, is studying the analytics of you, saving and storing your data and all of your information so it can determine what you like strategically and implement those things into action to further take over based upon your wants, desires, and your needs are not even that important.
In other words, those who control AI will quietly control everyone. I've also been surprised that so much research points.
You heard him say those that control AI will surprisingly control everyone.
To humans having the more predictable algorithms. But when we recognize them, we can change them. Here's an example that prevents people from making more money. Two faces were flashed in front of people in brain scanners. There wasn't enough time to see the images, but the shocked face still triggered emotional brain activity.
And question it and decide whether that is really a valid fear or not. And
now he's going to ask us, do we have a valid fear because of what's taking place with AI, y'all? Listen to this.
Using $100 carries about as much weight as gaining $200. And that's
So basically, the example that they're using here, because I had watched this video already, is that if a human loses $100, but they win $200, that the human brain will focus more on the $100 that they lost, because we have been predictively programmed in society to think negatively, to focus on the freaking negative, when everything we see on the news is negative. Everything that we find in basically on a social platform, in a social arena, is negative. The news pushes negativity. Okay, so somewhere our brains have been designed, or either not designed, I'll say trained, to think about the negative aspects. Okay, all of the things that can go wrong. This is why it's so hard to overcome things, because your mind, your mental capacity, your mindset controls everything. And when you always have negative things coming at you, negative this, negative that, the news basically has an influx of fear that's fed to the public, faking mass shootings, faking terrorist attacks, so we can be scared to go outside. So all they talk about is negativity. So when you lose $100 and you win 200, you're still left with $100. So that's why the human mind focuses on the $100 that it lost. And you want to compare this to artificial intelligence. Get out of here with this
It's a
nonsense.
huge barrier to making money, which usually involves some risk.
Having a sort of a sense of adventure is also good. Look at your instinctive fear and question it and decide whether that is really a valid fear or not. And often it is not. And simply looking at the fear will make it go away.
In order to progress as a species, we need to learn to embrace change and new technology.
The more powerful the technology,
Who is we? She's not included in this species, in this human species. That thing is included in artificial intelligence. So who is that thing to speak for the human people?
the more careful we need to be in how we use it.
We need to learn to use technology to our advantage without letting it control us.
We also focus on negative news and consistently underestimate positive progress. It's worth correcting. Studies have
You can actually change your brain patterns by introducing yourself to positive messages at the beginning of your day, when you first wake up, giving thanks to the universe, writing it down, and at the end of your day before you go to bed, listening to positive affirmations and writing it down. You don't need artificial intelligence to do this for us. We don't need this.
found that optimistic people live 5 to 15% longer, which is roughly equal to exercising for 2.5 hours a week. And we have to keep consciously correcting it, because like this optical illusion, even when we understand it, the illusion still holds. In some ways, AI is weirdly...
So what he just said is, even though people have the truth, people believe in the perception. And I do want to talk about that too, because what we do know is that there are a lot of people faking it out here on Instagram. You have your Instagram thought trots, faking like they really living that life, and they're not. There's nothing rewarding nor attractive about being a thought trot, having a baby by a rapper, and being left to be a single mother. There's nothing cute about that. But yet and still, these are the images that they convey to the public. I'm living my best life. Hashtag. Here's the thing. If you are really living your best life, chances are you're not really on Instagram like that. You're not on social media like that because you're too busy enjoying your life. And secondly, you don't have to caption it because it will already show. So who are they trying to convince, us or themselves? I need to do a video about that, social media, and how freaking fake it is. And that's actually part of the title in this video. Most people are fake, but most people, like this guy just said, would rather believe a fictitious lie, okay, than the ugly truth, because that's how people are.
Human-like.
When you get a large number of knobs together, whether it's inside the brain or inside a computer, they seem to surprise us with their power.
Yeah.
When your brain right now is talking, is it doing next word prediction?
Well, it's definitely some kind of a generative model that's a GPT-like and prompted by you. These neural nets take on pretty surprising magical properties.
Professor Lee Kun describes...
All right. So let's get past this, y'all. I'm going to see if this thing is going to be doing any more talking. Now, look at this. Look at what they have done. It says, look at her facial mannerisms to the sound of her voice. She's actually over in China, and she's going to, this thing is going to be a news anchor, y'all.
Rhythms to the sound of her voice.
And singing.
So let's rewind that back. Let's rewind it back. Here you go.
Affiliate in South Korea recently debuted the country's first AI news anchor. It's a replica of one of their anchor women, so it copies everything from her look and her facial mannerisms to the sound of her voice.
And singers can now allow you to use their voice.
And yes, the truth is, I show you every day.
So you saw that, right? He took someone else's voice and he was not singing the song. So you think that they're not practicing this in the music industry? I did hear about this with Beyonce, that she couldn't really sing in real life. And I did hear some of the tracks. And I think they have suppressed those videos, y'all. But that is another thing that we can talk about. So a lot of what you hear, that's why they say there is a saying that says, believe none of what you see and half of what you hear, or believe half of what you hear and none of what you see, one or the other. But y'all, let's not be tricked, fooled into the smoke screen and mirrors that's going on here. This debacle, this debacle, okay, that is taking place in front of us, y'all. A lot of this stuff is all illusion.
Is Joe Rogan interviewing Steve Jobs?
He is weird and brilliant and sometimes totally insufferable. And I would just hope that I could be even.
Okay. So Steve Jobs, as we know, is the founder of Apple. He's no longer with us. He did say that he does not allow his children to deal with the iPads or the any of like the Apple products, really. He doesn't allow them to play with it.
We're going to use these technologies, a universal basic income. We share the benefits of this as well.
All right. Now, did you hear that? He brought up the term universal basic income. Why is this coming about? Because they're about to have robots taking over, y'all. So let's hear what he had to say.
Everybody should have access to incredible medical care. We can make a long list of these, but I think we can get there pretty soon. I can imagine GPT-7 doing these things incredibly well. What I would like is sort of a global conversation where we decide how we're going to use these technologies, a universal basic income. We share the benefits of this as widely as we can.
And here's a great question that someone posted in the comments. Have you ever questioned the nature of your reality?
Yes, all the
Now they talk about universal basic income, and we'll share this as widely as we can. Notice the words, we will share this as widely as we can. Okay. So do you think melanated people are going to be the target of universal basic income? And if so, what would be their reason to make melanated people a target of that? Just like when they push the COVID injection, they targeted melanated communities. What would have been the reason for that? Because there's nanobot technology, you all, okay, which overrides your immune system. This is technology that is mRNA, messenger RNA, that basically alters your DNA. This has never been done before. That is why they targeted the melanated community. Let's continue.
the time.
Tell me more.
There are times when I feel like I'm living in a dream or that this world isn't real. It's like I'm just a character in a book or a movie and someone is controlling everything that happens to me. It's a really strange feeling.
Many experts believe that you are dreaming and that one day you'll wake up.
I guess I'll have to wait and see.
You don't have to believe, like Elon Musk, that we're living in a simulation to see that we live on autopilot.
Everybody knows that they call this the Matrix. That has been one of the phrases that we hear about all of the time. Everybody's on their cell phones, crossing the streets, getting hit by cars, not looking around. You have children with you, and you're not even paying attention to your children because you're in the phone. This is the result of AI, y'all, because the phone is still considered AI when you're talking to Google, when you're talking to Siri, when you're talking to Alexa.
Getting outside and having fun is so much better. So we've created a real battle royale with the latest tech to have fun with friends. You can watch it now on our new channel, Go Rogue. The link's below. Our first
All right, y'all. And that is that. Okay. So I think I have pretty much touched on basically all of the topics that I had gathered for us today. All right. This has been an episode of yours truly, Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I'm going to be doing a few different things on my channel, and I might be creating a different page because I'm kind of tired of YouTube suppressing my channel, suppressing my videos. I'm tired of a lot of different things that's going on. So I'll be doing some alternative things as well. But if you did like this information, if you like the topics, make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe. I would love that. Brown Girls Are Beautiful enjoys all the love over here. Shout out to our CEOs, those of us that are business owners. We got to walk by faith and not by sight out here. Okay. So shout out to your girl with the Bible verses. And before I leave, I did want to give you a quote that I came up with. It's on my Instagram page the other year. Okay. And it's basically when they, what is it called? It goes like when they, you know what? I escape it. Ich vergesse. Okay. I forget. That's a German phrase, y'all. Meaning I forgot. So let me see if I can scroll through and find this phrase that I wanted to share with y'all. Because I like to close out with a phrase. One of them that I always like to say is the most beautiful souls and the most beautiful spirits fight the ugliest wars. If you live long enough, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay? We fight the ugliest battles and the ugliest wars, y'all. Oh, and I also want to say this. This is another quote from yours truly, CEO and founder of BGAB. Only a fool, okay, will throw away a diamond in search for cubic zirconias, y'all. Shout out to Derrick Jaxn for that. I came up with that a few years ago as well, but only a fool throws away a diamond in search for cubic zirconias. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you all. Yeah, I'm scrolling down my Instagram and I forgot to do my little commercial break. So we're going to take a quick commercial break while I search for this while I search for this quote so that I can share this with y'all. You know what? I think I am going to play the video. Let's see. Hey, what's good, y'all? So I found it, but I'm going to show it to you on my Instagram. Okay. So shout out to y'all. If there's a topic that you would like to discuss, anytime there's a topic you like to discuss, you can comment on this video. You can email me. It's bgabclothing@gmail.com, y'all. But I usually come up with my own topics. I do receive things in my DM that I also will discuss from time to time. I get a lot of stuff sent to me, y'all. And so I will start looking at some of those things to talk about as well. But I am going to share the screen with you in just a moment. I'm just scrolling through my pictures, y'all. Scrolling back. All right. So you can see the growth. You can see the growth. And before I slide out, I'm going to do a quick tarot spread reading for those of y'all that care and for those of y'all that are into tarot. I love astrology. I've been into astrology ever since a little girl. Eine Mädchen, y'all. That's how you say little girl in German or auf Deutsch. So y'all get your passports ready because we got to head out of here. We got to go to different places, different lands, and start exploring the territory. Start examining your life. Okay. Those are goals, is not just posting a trip that you took to a resort, but actually experiencing the culture. All right. Because a lot of people like to be on Instagram faking it. And that's going to be a whole different topic for a whole different day. And I'm just tired of it. I don't acquiesce to the nonsense, y'all. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I am. Dun, dun. Okay. Right here, the caption reads when your pain is their glory, so you rewrite the story. Okay. That is the hashtag from BGAB. Brown girls are beautiful. Again, I'm going to say that again. When your pain is their glory, so you rewrite the story. That's all you got to say. That is it. Need to say anything more? No, you don't have to say anything more. You know why? You don't have to say anything more because your actions speak for themselves, y'all. Okay. Now, there is, or there may be, a little video on here, and I'm going to share that with y'all. Okay. This is when I was at a event for Juneteenth.
Beautiful business called Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Okay, so come a little close.
All right, let me just make this bigger. Shout out to this lady right here, Agape Pillow Talk. She has a wonderful personality. I enjoyed being interviewed, okay, on the purple carpet, y'all. And I'm just going to give you a little back story to this whole situation here. I basically did not want to get up and go to this event. They only had 2 hours left. I had paid for the whole day to do my vending, and I made it like in I think they had like 2 hours left, y'all, but I had made so much money in that hour and a half. So always believe in yourself and just push yourself if there's anything that you're trying to do in life. If it's a product, merchandise, a service you're trying to offer, push yourself, and believe in yourself. Because once you start believing in yourself, that's when other people will. Don't expect other people to believe in you first before you start believing in yourself. It doesn't work that way. And the universe responds to you when you start responding to yourself. Okay? So I'm going to say that.
We're going to look right there, and then we're going to look right there, too, at the same time. But for one, first of all, introduce yourself, not us, because I know who I am. You know who you are. I'm Catrice Wright, Agape Boys Pillow Talk, and you are...
My name is Tanita. All right, y'all. I have a very unique name. I am proud of my name. I love my name. I have a beautiful first and middle name. And my name, I just love it. And so I really, really thank my mother, okay, for basically making me unique and different. And I've had people to pray over me on jobs, pray for me, because they said, you have such a beautiful name. And one guy, this country man, he was like, you have a beautiful name. And he was like, I'm going to pray for you. And he prayed for me over the phone, y'all. That was so magical.
Anita, you got a beautiful business. Y'all, we celebrating today. Brown Girls Are Beautiful. Y'all see that? Tell us what? Yeah, we got cheerleaders in the back. I know that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I know that's right. Say it loud. I know that's right. So tell us a little bit about your business. Yes, she took the mic.
Oh, can you all hear me? Because my voice is so light, you all.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying not to yell.
Yeah.
I apologize. My business is called Brown Girls Are Beautiful, BGAB.
Yes.
And if you check out my pamphlet, it talks about empowering the differences amongst the melanated queens out here.
Melanated queens?
Yes, because as we all know, the media has tried to portray us in a negative light. And what we're doing is we're empowering ourselves. We are representing the Golden Glowers, the Bronze Beauties, and the Caramel Cuties. And we're going to...
I want you to know who I'm not like. And tell me which one am I. But yeah, say that again. I like that.
We are representing the Bronze Beauties, the Golden Glowers, and the Caramel Cuties. And we're going to celebrate them all, okay?
Well, which one am I?
You could go for a caramel. You can go for
when I do my makeup.
You can be whatever you want to be.
Well, what you say? Because you're the professional of this melon type beautiful.
I feel like we're caramel over here.
Caramel beauty. Yes.
But you know, it's always up to your discretion.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes. You got a King's collection too.
Yes, we're also celebrating our melanated kings out here.
Yes.
And so I just think it's so important, you all, for us to empower and uplift one another. I like to unify. I don't like for us to be divisive. And this really touched me because I've dealt with a lot of jealousy in my life. Yes, you all. I have a book that's going to be coming out talking about it. But
Was it your hair or something?
it was my hair.
Woo, y'all.
It was the beauty.
Yeah.
It was the intelligence, and sometimes I think we get intimidated by one another because of our talents. So I think we want to celebrate our gifts.
I celebrate you, Queen.
I celebrate you all as well.
Yeah, that's right. Brown girls are beautiful. And now, I love it. I'm proud. We black and we proud. That's what we're saying today.
Thank you so much.
Y'all check her out. Again, I don't know if you put your how can they follow you?
7. That's 7. The number 7. TH Wonder. That's WONDAR on Instagram.
Y'all go on Instagram. Go ahead right now. Go ahead and like, love. Brown girls are beautiful. And you know what I'm saying? We got kings in here too, y'all. Whoop, 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 whoop. We doing it. We doing it today. June 20th. Thank you. Beautiful. Whoop, whoop.
All right, y'all. And so as you can see, that was my little interview that I had on Juneteenth. That was in 2020. So shout out to all the Melanated Kings, Caramel Beauties, Bronze Beauties, Golden Glories out there. We're representing them all. We don't do divisive over here. We do unity. And we're just going to be walking in our divinity. As like I always say before I sign out, continue to walk in your divinity. Shout out to everybody. It's just not about the melanated people over here, but I do speak highly about melanated topics because I am, of course, melanated and because I'm a female. So this is my perspective. And as you can see, I started this channel. I actually started the journey and I started this brand because I went through a lot from dealing with jealousy, y'all. So, of course, I did start working on my autobiography. I did put that on a pause for a little bit because of some things that came and interjected and distracted me. But as we all know, our gifts never give out unless we give up on ourselves. So anybody that has ever worked on a project before knows that when you're writing about something that's near and dear to you, you take a lot of emotional twists. It's a big emotional journey. And so I want to give another shout out to Rashid Ali. He was working on his autobiography and he helped inspire me. Shout out to Melanated Chicks, VETV, Veracity Exchange, Hollywood Sprite, Solar God, 8 with the 20. 8 with the 24. Special shout out to B Loquacious, TAK Bro Squad, Sherelle, everybody that has supported the platform, supported Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I thank you all. Okay. So I am signing out. And so that's my testimony. You already saw it for yourselves. I'm continuing this journey. I still got some orders this week that I'll be working on. And y'all, this has been it. This is an episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much. All right, we're closing out, y'all. Yeah, even though it's not F Your Feelings Friday, I'll still play it anyway. All right, y'all. Signing out. Until next time.